Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, thank you for tuning in. It is Saturday morning here in Australia, and of course I have not long had news that the magnificent, the courageous, the brave, the wise, the intelligent, the pioneer, the trailblazer, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has passed away. Now, when I read that news, I felt the sadness of my viewers. I'm not going to read on what will occur politically now. I just want to take the time to remember and respect the legacy of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I will read maybe next week, but after sufficient time has passed, after we mourn and after we remember her legacy. I will say this: her dying wish, as you now know, was that the vacancy that she left after she had tried to hang on for so long with metastatic pancreatic cancer. It was her wish, her dying wish, that her vacancy not be replaced until a new president is in office, is installed. Until after the election, until after the inauguration. That was her dying wish. I will say that if that is not respected, it will not go well for the people who disrespect her dying wishes. Now, on that note, I'm going to ask, will the Democratic Party take the Senate? Because this is where I am going to. So pausing, I don't normally read with a candle. But I have lit a very small, tiny candle, which will burn for the entirety of the reading in honour and in memory of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So, okay, all right, let's take a look. Well, first of all, let's take a look at some of the energies via an oracle that might be underpinning this time. I'm pulling from a new deck, the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Now I just want to take a look at what we've got running below this surface here. Show me, Spirit, the energies. Show me the energies of this time. Show me the energies of this time. It's really important to go with the flow today. Astrologically, we've got a lot of squares. Just a look here right now shows me that we have really only one aspect that is favourable astrologically. We've got the Sun trining Saturn, and of course that is a harmonious aspect. Saturn, of course, is the taskmaster. Sun is the inspiration, and I think there's a lot to be read into that today, post this news that we have received. We have the Moon conjunct Mercury. We have the Moon conjunct Jupiter. We have the Moon conjunct Pluto. We have Mercury, squaring. So we have the Moon squaring Jupiter, the Moon squaring Pluto. We have Mercury squaring Jupiter. We have Mercury squaring Pluto. We have Mars squaring Saturn. So the volatility is here today. It can be here today, depending on how we react. So it is a good day for really just coming into that quietness, not pushing for answers. I've received a lot of emails saying, "Can you read on what's going to happen now?" It's not a time for that. It's a time for going with the flow. You will notice, and this is why I want to do an energy reading, you will notice that things arise and come to the surface as they should, because that's that sun trining Saturn. So watch for the missteps, watch for the very deep, deep consequences of any actions from here on in regarding this news that we've had. So, show me the energies, please. Show me the energies. Show me the energies. Attraction, magnetism. Again, I'm reminded that we should stick to that higher ground at this time, that we should look to the stars in wonder, but also in expectation as well, that we can attract what we want. The Democratic Party, to take the words of Neil, former Solicitor General in the Obama era, Neil Katyal, who argued before the Supreme Court over many years, now's not the time. The Democratic Party has a lot of options, including expanding the number of seats on the Supreme Court. So, again, what do you want to attract? What do you want to attract? These are all lessons still currently in our frame of experience. What do you want to attract? Number 11, gateway, hearth, comfort, being at home, going with the flow. Not worrying, not getting too far ahead of yourself, not worrying too much about the future. We are standing at the threshold, and we do have that ability to manifest life, breath. Take a breath. Take a breath, go with the flow. It will transpire, it will manifest as intended. Number 4, west, completion. Completion. That is the energy running underneath this question. And here we have our sun. So what the sun trining Saturn is doing, it's up against, of course, the wall with all those squares. So many squares. But squares in astrology do indicate that attention, a squaring off, but also a resolution at the end of the day, one way or another. And we have the sun here, the light of the sun and completion. I just want to attract you to the light in these cards. Illumination. So, clarity and stillness. So whatever happens from here on in, it's going to be very telling. It's going to be very, very telling. Okay, so let's have a look at some of my questions via the tarot. I'm going to use my Wheel of the Year tarot because it is light, because there's a celebration here as well, a celebration of life and a celebration of rebirth, a celebration of completion, a celebration of the end of the journey and the beginning of a new one, a celebration of old cycles ending and change being enacted. All right, so let's take a look now at the next week. Let's take a look next week for Biden and Harris. I've watched some town halls. Biden, of course, is coming out very, very strongly with humility, with connection. He's connecting. All right, so let's have a look. Harris, of course, is everywhere. Every time I look, she's disembarking from that jet in her running shoes, her sneakers, and she's everywhere. Okay, so there's energy there. 3 of Wands. Okay, ships coming in. Something, we're doing the work. And of course, we now can stand back and wait for that ship to come in. The work hasn't just been in the last 2 or 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. The work has been over the last 4 years. The 3 of Wands. Look at that shooting star. Let's have a look at the challenge here, or what is crossing. The Knight of Pentacles. So this is a slow-moving earth energy. The week ahead for Biden. It's almost like people want to vote tomorrow, and we of course in America their election is November the 3rd. So this is wanting to be over the finish line already. But what the signifier card is telling me is the work has already been done. It is the countless whistleblowers. It is Justice Ginsburg holding on and taking it to so that there is a divine timing in this time space that we find ourselves in. This is all of us, the manifestation that we have been doing, the holding up of the truth, the righteous anger when we see lies and corruption. All of this, the work with this 3 of Wands, has already been done. Okay, so let's have a look at the foundation, the week ahead. The 7 of Pentacles, the week ahead for Joe Biden. The 7 of Pentacles indicates the financial times that we live in, the need to be realistic about what can be accomplished in the time that we live in. This points to financial. This points to the economy. This is where he is focused on at the moment. The 7 of Pentacles. Getting people to review, even those swing voters, those voters that are undecided, getting them to review. It's all about maximizing the vote. The 9 of Cups in the past position, a breakthrough, a miracle. Here's our ladybug. I do find that I guess one of the things that we're seeing is a real focus emotionally on the details. So before we might have been skimming over those, we may have been complacent, we may have even switched off. But right now we're really focused on the detail and of course putting in the work. Let's have a look at what is in the sky for Biden. The 3 of Cups coming together. He is receiving a lot of support as the campaign progresses. A lot of support to rebirth, to bring the US into a new era. He's being surrounded by that support, but almost every day, that last whistleblower from an advisor to Mike Pence coming out and telling us exactly what Donald Trump said about his supporters, called them disgusting people. He didn't want to shake their hand. Every day there is a new discovery, revelation, support for Biden. Okay, the gravity of the time is not lost on anyone. It's even here in Australia, it's not lost on us. And more I'm seeing coverage highlighting, even from the Murdoch-owned press, the conservative-owned, the billionaires who control the media, let's just put it like that. I'm seeing more and more detrimental coverage of Donald Trump. The Queen of Pentacles, there is this financial focus for Biden. I do believe this is his campaign, the donors to his campaign, making sure that he's almost like a blitzing of ads there, particularly in states where he needs to shore up that support. But this is also on national security, matters of national security. Let's have a look at the here and now, the Three of Swords. He will join many, loss, heartache and loss. He will join many at this time because I feel that there is divine timing in the passing of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg and her dying wish. In the environment around is the voters. So I will say this. There is support, a growing support, a support which will, a groundswell of support to respect her dying wish so close to the election. The Eight of Pentacles, have I done enough? The work that still needs to be done to bring those voters that may be undecided, that maybe even have voted for Trump in 2016, to bring them in those red states toward his campaign. That's the question that they're asking themselves. Have we done enough? The outcome, the Six of Pentacles. There's a lot of finance, a lot of donations, a lot of supporters, as I said, coming over to the Biden-Harris camp now. But this is also his supporting of those of others, supporting of, I heard him respond to a question in his town hall that he would be the first president who didn't have an Ivy League education. Man, did he come out so strongly and say, we are just as good. Not all of us can afford that kind of an education. I couldn't. My father couldn't. He was a worker, laid off worker. And honestly, it was a priceless moment, because this is a person that is standing in the reality of those that he is hoping will vote for him, not somebody who is in some sort of alternative reality. The Nine of Pentacles, yeah, there is luck around Biden at this time. Resources, he has enough resources, and here we have the King of Wands. He's got some really heavy firepower, some real talent behind him, and it's all coming together for him. Every day it's coming together and solidifying. So at the base of the pack we have this beautiful Wheel of Fortune, things finally turning around for the better after this rank heavy partisanship that really stopped the progress, stopped not just the US's progress, but stopped the world's progress. This disunity, this immaturity, this emotional going for very low vibrational emotions. So that is, we're shifting out of that, and I do want to say again that there is divine timing in the passing of Justice Ginsburg, even though you may not see it yet. All right, let's take a look at Trump. Of course, I'm not going to get through my list. I never do. Apologies there. There's more readings to come, and I'll pick up anything that I can't cover today. I'll pick it up in a reading next week. I will look at the Senate, though. I think that will be interesting. Let's have a look at Trump in the week ahead. Trump in the week ahead. Show me Donald Trump. I almost feel like I've got to change decks, and so I will. I usually put a lot of time and effort into choosing my decks, but I just am going on impulse here. All right, let's take a look. There he is. Anger coming from Trump this week. He just can't understand other points of view or other perspectives. He just cannot understand that because he's only focused on his own perspective. He may be advised to be very careful with what he says this week. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Show me the week ahead. Show me the week ahead for Donald Trump. Show me the week ahead for Donald Trump. Show me the week ahead for Donald Trump. The week ahead for Donald Trump. Show me the week ahead. We've got some things falling out. We do have the Hierophant. Of course, that is really a higher source here, and we do have the four of swords. This health issue, this retreat, the people moving away from him, the Supreme Court. Whatever he does with that is not going to bode well for him. This is a very I just know that whatever he does, which is on the wrong side of the slate even, with this matter, will go badly for him. So show me the week ahead. He could be even advised, as I said, to be very careful with what he says. Will he take that advice? I don't know. Let's see. Show me Trump in the week ahead. Okay, so we have endings and beginnings, and this is the last card in the major arcana. But it also points to choices as well, because this is how what he does is going to will determine what comes next for him. So the world, the last card. What is challenging him is victory. Okay, so what is crossing him is his desire to win. So we have the ending, and of course what is crossing him is his desire to win. That's very prophetic cards. Let's see what is at the foundation. The Hierophant. So here we have already straying into matters that I didn't want to read on today, but they're in the here and now. Let's keep going. The Knight of Cups, an offer that is in the past, an offer being made, the Knight of Cups. So the Ace of Pentacles, we've got in the sky, we've got an offer of money here. I don't want to sit too long in this energy, but this could even be somebody being paid for something. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacles coming up. But this isn't a king. This is only a page. So he's thinking about, there is money on his mind. There is giving people money. So he could announce some kind of help for a voting base that he wants to attract. But we have a whistleblower here. Always there is the whistleblower. I got a new deck, the Tarot of the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus, which I'm getting to know before I read with it. I threw some cards for Trump last night, and it keeps showing that his downfall will be because of people coming forward and telling the truth on things that he wants to keep hidden. And it's going to be a big one. This is in the here and now. There is going to be more revelations, could be even around money. Now, I have felt for some time, and I've mentioned it in past readings, and again, I come back to the Pentacle, the Suite of Pentacles here, particularly this one. I have thought that somebody has his tax returns or has some financial information that they are holding back, and at the right time they're going to release it. I feel this is what this is. Okay, so in the Hopes and Fears we have the Devil card. I often think, of course, this is being chained always to this greed, to avarice. This is addiction as well. But this is transformational energy. The devil card brings forward a need to break away. And I often see this as Putin, what Trump owes Putin, what Trump owes Russia. Now, he's going to have to cool his heels here. We've got the Two of Wands, which is patience, a plan that comes to fruition in time, but he's being told to hold off on something. The Three of Pentacles, dark money, but also teamwork coming together. And the Chariot, something coming forward very, very quickly. He does have a plan for October. He wants to go quickly to it, but he's being told to hold off. What's at the base of the pack? We've got Biden coming through, and we've got the Ten of Swords, which is his downfall. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. And of course, this new start here. Movement after so long being sitting in this energy. So I feel there's somebody else here that's got something big they're going to drop on Trump. They've been holding off, and then they're waiting for the right time. But he also has a plan as well. I do feel he wants to come out this week and start to talk about the Supreme Court, but I feel that he's being advised not to. Will he heed that advice? Now, we had the World card crossed by the Six of Wands, so I'm not sure he will heed that advice. All right, let's go back to Susan Collins and then the Senate, and then I'll finish the reading. Okay, so Susan Collins, I think it is 4 points ahead. I'd have to check that. She's behind in the polls in Maine. The Democratic candidate is polling better than Susan May. Now, remember, she voted for Brett Kavanaugh and it cost her politically. Remember that whatever happens in the short time before the election or the period afterwards, before the inauguration, but let's just take the period before election, because her Senate seat is up for grabs and she's behind in the polls. Well, Susan Collins, Senator Susan Collins, she's in a position now where, again, she isn't Maine could go blue, and whatever she does with the Supreme Court, any nominations will go very, very badly against her, as it will other senators. So, coming back to respecting Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's dying wishes, what is Susan Collins going to keep her Senate seat? Will Susan Collins keep her Senate seat? Will Susan Collins keep her Senate seat? Seven of Swords, lies, deceit, a strategy that is not going to bode well for her. That, strictly speaking, is a no card. Let's keep going. The Six of Swords, no, this is moving on. This is, moving out, moving on. It could be a travel of some sort. It's a movement card, and it's a sword. And of course, this person has swords at their back. They have to move on. They have to move on. Two very telling cards for Susan Collins. Let's have a look at the next card. The Three of Wands is the foundation of the reading. And of course, that came up in Biden's spread as well. In the past, we've got the Chariot, things coming at her very, very quickly, almost, needing to control something. In many ways, Trump was the Chariot for her, and she could never quite control that. Now, we have the Princess of Wands in the sky. a new start, but also that's also communication, hearing something, headlines. Let's see what's in the immediate future. Secrets. Okay, trying to keep that secret. One more card, please, Spirit. The Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups. An offer being made. This is what I saw when I opened up to this reading. They're already talking with her about a strategy. There are many hands on this cup, which means that there are many people considering what this means for them today. I do see a new start here, a new start, and the 8 of Cups, I do see somebody walking away. So I've got a few, there is an offer that she's being made in relation to, well, we know what it's in relation to, and there are secrets that she's keeping, but she does get very, very bad cards in relation to the question. She gets 7 of Swords, being seen as deceiving people, caving into offers, caving into the Republican Party, making decisions that are not in her constituents' best interest. They're going contrary to the wishes of those that she is supposed to be serving. There is a high expectation of her, and she's let people down. She's taken the poison chalice, and I do see her leaving, her not winning in Maine. There is some secret that she has kept being kept hidden, which has the potential to come forward before the election as well. All right, so let's take a look at the Senate, and then we'll finish up. Let's take a look at the Senate. So I'm going to read with yet another deck. So many energies floating about this morning, tapping into them. So let's have a look now. The Spellcaster deck. Let's take a look at the Senate. We'll do a Celtic cross, and I'll bring the laptop down. Let's take a look. Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? It's a huge, huge task to do that. Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? I'm just seeing a lot of sun, a lot of light, and a lot of celebration. Okay, so as I said, it's a huge thing. But I'm seeing cups being held in the air and a lot of light. Okay, so will the Democratic Party take the Senate? Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? There's a downfall for someone. Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? Because I'm seeing that it's the Emperor. It's Trump's downfall. Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? Trump could bring the Senate down for the Republicans. So we have the Page of Pentacles again, that whatever's coming out about Trump between now and November the 3rd will cost him votes. Yeah. Challenged by the Queen of Pentacles. So voters are actually going to take their disdain or their dissatisfaction, I guess, in some cases their disdain, out on the senators, because we have national security here and we have who Trump is indebted to. What's the focus? 5 of Wands is the foundation of the reading, which is indicating the strength in relation to the question. So much division, so much bipartisanship. The Republicans and their actions in the Senate has not endeared them to voters. Let me show you these cards. In the past, we have the Moon card. This is Trump's card. This is the shadow side, and it's embroiled the Senate here. I can see in these cards that they're going to pay a price for Trump's downfall, the 10 of Swords. No, this is a potential. At this time, it's a potential that they will not hold the Senate. Okay, the Two of Swords. Heavy decisions, crossroads, heavy decisions being made. Now, I'm coming back to what they do between now and November the 3rd in relation to the Supreme Court will go badly for them. In the here and now, we've got a shift. We've got a shift occurring with that Wheel of Fortune moving back to the truth, the King of Swords. This is people expecting more than this rank partisanship. See what's in the fears. So we do have the Two of Wands. This is waiting. This came up for Trump as well. It's in the hopes and the fears that something that they have in mind will work for them. They're putting their hopes on something that I guess an election strategy that Trump has. The Hermit card review. The Hermit card. Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? There is a lot of introspection. People are reviewing. And a lot of disappointment as well. A lot of disappointment in Trump. I'm going to get a clarifier on that, Hermit. This is the card that keeps coming up for Trump. Loss and being in exile. We have an abuse of power at the base of the pack. We have the Nine of Pentacles, money in politics. The Six of Pentacles. We see this focus in the Senate. Could be on their donations. People are just not happy with the way things have gone. They are currently reviewing. So as of this time today, the Democratic Party have a good chance because of the dissatisfaction with Trump. Trump will take them down, and this is what I saw at the beginning of the reading. The potential is right now for Trump to take them down. They're pinning their hopes on something else that's going to come out before the election. We have the Chariot card dropping out, a quickening. So let's have a look. Could it also be the virus, which is making a resurgence across the world, a worsening of the pandemic? Show me this Hermit card. People are reviewing. People are really thinking very carefully about their vote for these senators. Show me this Hermit. Will the Democratic Party take? This is sort of like a maybe at the moment. There's a possibility, a strong possibility they will. Will the Democratic Party take the Senate? Strength and unity. That is a yes card. People are reviewing. They want a strong Senate. We've got the Page of Pentacles again, something that will come out on Trump. Yep, and here we have our senators, or the courts as well, and the truth. Something's emerging on Trump. So at the base of the pack, we have this loss. We have the the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Cups, and we're moving into unity. They're wanting to see unity. They don't want to see their senators compromised, and we have this inspiring energy, this movement. So there's a lot of insecurity about the ties with Russia and the secrets. Now, this came up in Susan Collins' deck, and of course the Five of Wands. At this stage, based on a clarification of the Hermit card, it is entirely possible that the Democratic Party will take the Senate. People are thinking very, 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 very carefully. Even those Republican voters are thinking carefully about who they're going to vote for. They want their Senate cleaned up. They want their Senate workable. And Trump will drag those senators down. Seeing these cards, I don't think Susan Collins will hold her seat, her Senate seat. Right, that's the reading for today. I'll leave it there. And again, at the beginning of the reading, of course, we hold a candle today in memory of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's legacy. Thank you very much for tuning in.